Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Heather, and in today's video I want to discuss tips and tricks that I've learned to help infants, babies, and even toddlers eczema. So I'm going to talk about 3 things that you can do to kind of try and prevent a flare-up, and I will talk about something you can do if your child does have a flare-up and you're trying to lessen the severity of it and hopefully make it go away. So if you're new here, please subscribe, and let's get on to the video. Just a disclaimer, I am not a doctor. I have, no doctorate. So with anything, speak to your doctor, your child's doctor, make sure it works for you. These are just some things that I found that aren't, prescription or steroid based that have worked for my son. So just putting it out there just in case it might help somebody else. So a little background story, my son has had eczema pretty much his whole life since about maybe 3 months old. He gets this one specific patch on the back of his leg. It flares up every now and again. You can always see the kind of outline of the eczema patch. And so I've had to figure out different ways to help treat his eczema and find things that have helped keep his flare-ups at bay. So first things first, bathing. I find that when you bathe them too often, especially with eczema-prone skin, it's not great. It dries them out really quickly, and that of course leads to flare-ups, and they're itchy and uncomfortable. And so I, for one, do not bathe my son every day. I like to keep it to maybe 2 to 3 times a week. Obviously, sponge bathe them. So, you do their armpits and their diaper area, obviously, every day. But for the major washing, I try to keep that to 2 to 3 times a week maximum, unless they get really dirty. So another thing is, in regards to bathing, you always want to find something that's super gentle on their skin. I've tried, the Honest Company, I've tried Aveeno, I've tried Johnson & Johnson. I have not found one that has been gentle enough until I found this one. It's 7th generation coconut care made with pure coconut oil, foaming shampoo and wash. So it gently cleanses and soothes. Clinically proven, gentle on skin. I really like this. It's a foam, so it's super gentle and it doesn't dry out his body as much. This one has no sulfates, parabens, formaldehydes, gluten-free, all the good stuff. So yes, this one has been the gentlest on his skin, with also leaving it clean and smelling good. So it doesn't smell too much like coconut, but it works extremely well. I buy this at Target. And it's a full body wash, so you could do head. Yeah, it's a foaming shampoo and wash, so you can use it, as I do, on their hair and body. For eczema skin, I really love this. Then we can move on to after bath, which is every day, I think, is that you should always moisturize their skin. Keeping it moisturized obviously will make it not dry out as fast, and I feel like when his skin gets really dry, that's when the flare-ups act up. So I found this stuff. I don't use this every day. Usually it's only bath times, and I'll explain why in a minute. But I really like this one. It's super easy on the skin. This one has Manuka honey and Provence lavender. I like their original one though better. This is a try one for me. I tried this lavender one. It's okay, but I really like the original one better. But yes, always keeping your baby's skin moisturized. Like I said, I only use this once in a while, usually after bath time. And that is because I use something specifically for eczema relief more often. And that I will get into. Next thing is laundry care. I do all his clothes and all the clothes that I wear directly on my skin separate from everybody else's laundry. It sounds, ridiculous, and it sounds over the top, but trust me, being able to wash all my clothes and his clothes separately in a gentle laundry soap makes all of the difference. Now, I make my homemade laundry detergent that I use for everybody else's clothes, and that's just a little too harsh on his skin. He has very sensitive skin, and it's just too harsh on his skin, and I found that out very quickly. So I use a store-bought, extremely gentle, natural as possible laundry soap, but I always wash his clothes and my clothes, like I said, like the nursing tanks and the nursing bras, anything that hits me directly on the skin that he would touch, I usually wash it separately in that special soap. And I also do 2 rinses. So I put it on the cycle that says 2 rinses. That way it gets all the chemical as possible out of his laundry, so there's no residue. And I found that helps a lot with drying out his skin, and any possible irritants are essentially washed away because you get 2 rinses. So yeah, that's number 3. And next I'm going to talk about flare-ups, dealing with flare-ups. Now, when he would get flare-ups, I obviously first spoke to his doctor and was trying these steroid creams. I personally don't like them. You're not supposed to use them for a long period of time. You know, in my case, I would use the steroid cream, and as soon as I was done as soon as his flare-up would, ease and go away, I would stop using it. The next day it would be back. It almost did, in my case, more harm than good. So I tried to go find an alternative route, and it's not harmful to his health, because if you use a steroid cream for too long, it has very negative side effects, and I just really wasn't willing to. If I could find something that was better and more natural-ish, I would be more willing to use that. I use this Eucerin Baby Eczema Relief Body Cream. It's a cream, so I use it all over his body more often than not, probably like once, twice a day. It has oatmeal and ceramide 3 in it. Really like it because like I said, it is an all-over body cream. I also really like, for spot treating, the Aquaphor for baby eczema. I will put a picture up here of what it looks like. It has saved me when I needed to spot treat. And when I say spot treatment, I mean like if the eczema patch is like pretty inflamed, but it's not yet an open sore, that's when I would use the Aquaphor. This one is more like it's a cream, so it's everyday body, all over body use. Daily, whereas the Aquaphor is more like a Vaseline but better, and that you just use to spot treat. So that leads me into when your child does have a flare-up and how to kind of help it heal itself faster. What I did was, he had, like I said earlier in the video, he had this one specific patch on the back of his leg. It wasn't behind the knee like most eczema is. It was literally on the back of his leg, more towards his ankle, but not directly on his ankle. It's like higher up. And when he was a baby, it would constantly get irritated because when they're learning to sit, they like kick their legs on carpet or in the chair he was sitting in. So it would open and get like an open sore. So what I had to do in order now, and this goes for any one of your children that maybe has a spot that they itch a lot, or that it gets snagged on something, or if they're really little and they're just moving around and it constantly gets rubbed and open, I have a trick on healing it. It is with these products here. This is gauze, or not gauze, this is surgical, or what is this called? It's I don't even know what this is called at the moment. I lost my train of thought. It's basically what happens when you get your blood drawn and they put this around your arm to keep pressure. It's not tape, I don't think, but it's stretchy and it's adheres to itself. I like this. I don't have an example of gauze, but obviously you should know what gauze looks like, and Neosporin. So what I do when it's open, I put Neosporin, I put a piece of gauze, and then I wrap it in this. This is super flexible, so it's not gonna hurt your baby as long as you don't tie it around super tight. Just one little go around, of the area, and it keeps it from touching anything else. The Neosporin helps it heal, and it should help that open sore or scratched area heal. That is the only way I got my son's leg to heal. And once it healed, I was able to do the other spot treat of the Aquaphor. And then now that the Aquaphor has kind of helped it kind of go away, I do this and all the other steps to help make sure that it doesn't return. But, you know, if he's outside a lot, or he gets in contact with materials that are really aggravating to his skin, that's when the flare-ups happen. So I constantly have to be careful about what goes on his skin and what he, you know, touches. But yeah, that has been, you know, helpful. I don't know how many people's children get the eczemas, eczema patches that kind of open up and get scratched or have like an open sore, but I'm telling you, this one helped me tremendously, especially because, like I said, I tried to use the steroid cream even on that, and it didn't work. It really didn't. Well, I should say it did work, but only for a little while. You're not supposed to use it, like I said, more than I think like 5 days. Then it would return like right away. So this, if you have an open sore, the Aquaphor for just the little spot treatment. You could also do the Aquaphor and this to help just a regular patch that's kind of getting a lot of irritation, because, you know, kids get them all over different parts of the body. My son gets some on his stomach when he's in contact with things that are irritating. So obviously this wouldn't, you know, this wouldn't really apply, because how are you going to wrap his whole tummy? But you can do the Aquaphor, and that kind of helps keep a barrier there so it's not getting any more irritated. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you found some of my tips useful. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Comment down below and let me know if you struggle with your child's baby eczema. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.